Today we're speaking with past winners of the Momentum Energy 3AW Small Business Success Awards. Here they discuss valuable insights and experience of running successful small business. If you run a small business, you're going to find this video really compelling. So let's talk marketing plans. Who has one?
I do. I have a marketing plan that's a large one, so it's my A to Z with nothing in between, so it's exactly where I see my big picture. And then I have a small one that I break down into weeks, months and quarters, and every week I readdress what I achieved in the week, and if it hasn't worked, then I rewrite it for the next week.
Okay.
I believe a marketing plan is extremely important in the sense that it's like going from Melbourne to Brisbane, for example. It's a journey and you've got to plan it ahead. And business is exactly a journey, I believe. The marketing plan just tells you where you want to end up. You may lose your way along the way, and it's good to get back on track.
So tell me some of the ways that you promote your business.
We've started, 14 years ago, and we had to start from nothing, and we didn't know where to go about it. We started doing field days in the country. Then we found out that people liked our product, because we won the first of the Australian National Fine Food Awards. We ended up winning 6, but how do you go about getting it out there? So we stumbled, fell, we tried butchers, we tried delis, we tried greengrocers, and then we went out on the road to go all around Australia 3 times a year to every town. We did that for 5 years, didn't we?
Well, we literally did do 100,000 Ks per year for 5 solid years. And we'd be home for 3 weeks, on the road for 2. We did that year in, year out. And that was the only way that we got our products out there, was meeting our prospective buyers face to face. Now, we're the only small company in Australia that's virtually in every little town throughout Australia. And we've done all the groundwork, and I can tell you now, I know every single one of my 2,000 customers by first name. And I've met them. And that's why we are where we're at within our industry, is because of the hard miles. You have to do the groundwork. These people that go out into business and think it's an overnight success, they're dreaming. Because it's so many arduous miles, it's unbelievable. But that's why we are where we're at.
So in terms of the challenges, what would you say has really worked for you?
I'd have to say not taking the same road all the time. Veering off that road and going down another direction, completely different direction. It opens up new doors. We opened up new doors in not only getting it into butcher shops and delis and greengrocers, now we're into seafoods, cafes, restaurants, hotels. We just kept finding new ways to reinvent what goes along with what we're doing.
How do you increase sales, Jude? What are some of the tools and tactics that you deploy?
Well, knowing your market that you're catering to is extremely important. You're only good as your last function, even though no matter how many functions that you've taken into account and done over 1,000, I would say that not taking things for granted is the key, and making all our clients pretty much our new best friends. We take one function at a time and making sure that we over-deliver.
So, cold calling is never easy. How do you break the ice? What's your approach to this, Jane?
Cold calling is easy. It's actually not difficult. It's only difficult when people think of it as cold calling. What you do is you tell people about your product or about your service, and that's what you're passionate about. So when you actually start telling them about it, it's not like a sales call, it's like an information session. And then if you can solve a problem that they've got, they will ask you questions about your product or service, and they will want it.
How important is social media to your business?
Social media is critical, but for all of us when we started out with our business, we had to learn social media. We didn't know what Facebook was, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn. Nowadays, just putting things on there on a daily basis, 1, 2 or 3 times, actually gets people talking about you, and I find that really brings in the word of mouth and the referrals, so it's beneficial.
Do you actively engage those people?
I do it though as a personal person, so I'm doing it as myself under my company names. I actually talk about things that relate to my business or what I do or what I think is important at the moment in social media.
Individual consultants often find it difficult to market themselves. Do you have any ideas or tips to help them?
I don't have any trouble in promoting oneself or the business when I make the calls that I do. For the simple reason is I feel that my introduction to the prospective buyer, say, is on such an even keel that at the end of, say, 1 minute of me saying, oh, look, hello, it's Amelia Prendergast from Amelia's, who have I got there? You know, they love the idea, and all of a sudden you've got their warmth coming through. Once I've radiated that warmth, I know what tone to use because I've done it for so long. If it's a butcher, I know how to treat a butcher. If it's someone in a restaurant, I know how to speak to them in a restaurant. It's just something I do on such a regular basis, as does Ron, that it just comes as second nature to me. It's not a task.